Hello people, how are you? Bonjour, ça va, vous allez bien?
Oui, ça va.
Ça va.
Ouais.
How are you people? Sorry, I just had to say hello to somebody. Ooh, it's a hot one today. 36 degrees in the shade, yeah? I mean the sun at the moment, so it must be hitting 40, 41. I'm gonna go to the supermarket and get something to eat for myself and the little fella this evening. I'll make a salad. Yeah, just get on to you. Last night, I think it was last night or the night before, Conor McGregor, he's in Ibiza, or Ibiza, whatever you want to call it, in a nightclub. Let's go under the shade here because it's, whoa, it's so hot. You can see the blue skies. Yeah, in a nightclub he was, and 5:30 in the morning in the nightclub, he had punched some fella twice, bum. So I got a source of mine and I talked about it and looked into it, and I've seen that the fella that he hit was from Dublin, yeah, and apparently this fella, from a good source, excuse me, this fella was at him all night, you know. He was going at him all night, you know, saying things, you know, being with drink on him and shaping up to him, you know, dropping the squares and the triangles, apparently all night. And Conor wasn't, you know, he wasn't taking any heed of it until 5:30 in the morning came along, because apparently the fella had a bottle in his hand that you can't see on the videos because you can't see his right hand. And he went like this, you know, made the jest of he's going to hit him with it. And Conor being a fighter, you know, all fighters, you know, they react. Their senses are right, like you've got these spider senses, you know. They react really quick, and boom, Conor hit him too. But the thing is, people, the man's allowed, you know, whatever he does, well, you know, you have to be proud of what he did, Conor McGregor. You know, he put us on the map for martial arts, yeah. Put us on the map. Now we've got boxers that put us on the map, yeah, brilliant. But Conor put us on the map for martial arts, you know, winning those 2 belts, 2 different weights. And there's a lot of stuff that Conor's done, McGregor's done, that I don't agree with, yeah. I used to love him when he first came out, and he was, you know, he was doing his documentaries, and he was talking, you know, he was brought up in a council estate, and well, his father was a taxi driver and his mother she worked as well. That's obviously a little bit more than my parents, you know. My parents were separated. But anyway, so yeah, so this fella was from Dublin. Now, if you're from Dublin, you would either love Conor McGregor or hate him, yeah, because of this thing about that, I can't say it on YouTube, raping that girl in the hotel, apparently. Now I think that's all BS, yeah. I think she was just looking for money, because she went to a civil court and stuff like that, where you only get money for it. You can't go to prison, because to go to prison you would have brought them to another court and you hadn't got enough proof on it. And not only that, but this girl, I don't know how she did it. She either paid people but she made it that the public cannot see the CCTV cameras outside the hotel. We're not allowed to see them, because apparently if you had seen these the cameras, you would have seen how happy she was to be with Conor and his mate, and you know how drunk she was and how happy she was, and you know, it would have just made her look like a right liar, if you like. So maybe this fella just got it in his head, oh, there's that other fella, you know, McGregor, you know, he done this to this girl and stuff like that. And he was annoying Conor McGregor all night long. Now, anyone famous or infamous, no matter what, you're allowed to go out and enjoy yourself, yeah, have a dance, have a drink, go to a nightclub, and normally don't get interrupted by stupid drunken fools, you know. Why not? You know, you're famous, but still, you're still a human being. Conor's still a human being. So he was in the nightclub, and this fella was all night long apparently, from a good source, you know. I rang up, and from a good source, from a fella that was in Ibiza with Connor and his crew. And salut, tu vas bien? C'est chaud quand même, hein? Oh, hey. Sorry for interrupting, just saying hello again, because in France you have to say hello to everybody, or if not they take it bad, you know. But yeah, so the fella was all night long, you know, putting it up to him, giving the dirty looks, saying loads of things to him, you know, giving it loads of it. I don't know what they were saying because it was in a nightclub and nobody knows what. But it was aggressive, yeah. And at the end of the night, about 5:30 in the morning, the fella had a bottle in his hand and he was squaring up the corner, and he made that move with his shoulder, with the bottle, with the right hand, and the bottle in one hand. So Connor just went, he does what he does, and he does it great, you know, he's a fighter. And boom, boom, give him 2 slaps. And that was it. That's all. Anyone would do it, you know. The fella deserved even more, in my opinion, but he got 2 slaps and that's it. So I just hope you don't field up a court case, or doesn't go on the media, Conor McGregor knocking people out, and you know, being drunk and being whatever they're going to say about him. Because it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. He was just defending himself. He was having a good time with his family and his friends. And you always get stupid people to come up and test you. And he got tested, and he got tested, and now he's rubbing his face the next morning because of it. So yeah, just a little thing, just a little rant, if you like. You know, Conor, I got me ups and downs about Conor McGregor. But you know, when I look into things, and I rang up and I was talking to people, you know, Conor's not a fault here. You know, Conor was just being human, and the fella got what he deserved. So there you go, people. I'm going to go to the shop now and get some salad for myself and the little fella for tonight, because it's very, very hot. So I'm making a salad that my mum used to make us when we were kids, on a big plate, you know. I'll make some chips for them, and then I'll make a nice salad with some meat and some cheese and some tomatoes and beetroot and all of that. So yeah, like and subscribe, yeah. Gary, slice of life. Ring the little bell so you get notified. You'll know when I put new videos out. And I love you all. Keep up the good fight. Keep up an honest fight. And take care. Be careful of the sun. Be careful of the heat. Yeah. Drink loads of water, people. Love you loads. Bye bye.